So the second sound is more of a traditional lip roll, I guess, nowadays. When people think of the lip roll, they've seen Alum, they've seen Looperman, they've seen even Bobbly doing a lip roll. Sounds, instead of like, it's more like, I guess, a more defined lip roll, and I guess people think it sounds a little cooler. And if I were to copy, like, Alum, like that. And he covers his mouth like that, so that's why I was doing that. So, this lip roll. This lip roll is the one that I learned more like 3 months ago, into the summer. And it definitely took me a while to learn. If you go back and look at my Sonic Boom tutorial, I do a little lip roll. It's like... It sounds like that. It doesn't sound very good. But that was when I was kind of getting it. But I was still working my way out. But now I kind of just go... Just kind of fancy stuff like that. So the way I learned this sound, it's kind of just trial and error, but I'll teach it to you guys the best I can. If you have any more questions, because I feel like I'm a little bit off today on my tutorial making, just let me know. I will answer any questions. So, for lip roll. So the way I learned this, you already saw how I learned how to do the Hungarian lip roll. So the way, it's similar. You still have to pull air in, like, but it's a different part of the mouth, and you have to pull more air. More air is... So, I'll take you through some steps. So, basically, the way I started learning it, when I first tried to learn it, when I watched a Looperman video, when I watched him do his video, it sounded like this. It didn't even sound like that. It sounded way worse, because I've been practicing for a while, so it sounds still okay. Well, not okay, but it doesn't sound as bad. So, basically, you need to get to the point where you're going like, but really, really far. As far as you can. If you can, you could, you know, there's like stretch your lip as far as you can. And so here's some things, like, some fun things is, if you look at some beatboxers, the way they do their lip rolls, they all seem to have different faces. Alum always covers up his face. Let's see, Ball Z, he stretches his face like really far. I can't do it as far as he can because, you know, he's got different face muscles than I do. We have different faces. And then you have, Looperman, who, to me, it looks like Looperman's lip roll is crazy because his entire, it looks like his lip goes all the way in like that. And there's some, I've seen people who go like that. They like stick their lip out. And it's all just about, like, just focusing all your attention on this side, but leaving this loose, leaving this just like that. So for the lip roll, you just need to practice you need to get the suction as far to the right as possible, or left if you want. Just as far to either side as possible. Just so if you can get it to sound like that, or to sound like it did in my Sonic Boom tutorial, you're already pretty far. You're already on your way. So the way you want to practice this, just get as far as you can to either side, and just pull in, just, you know, if you can, and if it sounds like, let me tell you what that means. So it's gonna sound like at the point, and all this means is you need to relax a little bit more and pull in a little bit more air. By the way you do this is just, you need to make your lips a little bit more open. So instead of, my lips are really close together, I'm gonna open it like, you get it? So basically, you need to relax. You relax your lips. So if it's really, really tight, if you're tightening on this side, it's going to sound like... That means you need to loosen up on that side. If it's like... That just means you need to relax a little bit more. Probably a combination of both. But basically, the way this works is it's actually... The way the lip roll sound works is it's actually this little bottom part of your lip right here. Like, it looks strange, but if you look really closely... It's just a small part, this little low part on your lip. And that might actually... I'm not sure if this actually is what happens, but it might... Like, this part of your lip might develop as you practice, and like the more you do it, it might actually make it easier. Your body might actually make it easier on your lip. But I don't know. Not a doctor like that. But basically, you wanna practice just how you tense your muscles in your face. Because when it comes down to it, you're gonna tense your lips up like you're going, like, you know, when you go like I showed you. You're going to tense your lips up still like that, but you're just going to focus on making sure this part is relaxed. And the next thing is, while your lips are like this, if I close my lips up as much as possible while my face is like this, it looks like this. Like really, really together. And that makes it sound like, which is getting you nowhere. It means you need to relax. And what you need to do is just open it enough. Open it more, like... Like that. And you also need to make sure you're pulling in enough air, because if it doesn't pull enough air, it's going to sound like... When in reality, if I pull in more air, it goes... You want to pull in air, and you can see this moving. It's going... If you know how to just pull in air. And then... And you just have to practice how you adjust your mouth and adjust your lips and tense your cheeks and muscles. And be careful, because I've had jaw problems because of this sound. It's an extreme case, but I had jaw problems with the sound because I did this sound and I do martial arts and I get punched in the face a lot. So yeah, it's a dangerous idea, but I do it. So basically, you just need to practice like the main points. Pull in enough air, pull in a lot of air to actually get your lips to move. Because if you're just going, it's never going to sound like anything, no matter if you have the perfect position or anything. Practice how much your mouth is actually open, because it may not look like my mouth is actually open, but it is. It's just my teeth are actually this far apart, but my lips are over that. And the last thing is just practice, because you need to just practice your facial muscles in order to get it in the right position, and just make sure you can get enough air, and just really listen for the sound. If you're here already, that's what you sound. Just do what I said. Just relax. Check how open your mouth is. And for people who are wondering how to go on from that, if you're going like getting the kick with the bass, and then you're gonna need to practice exactly how to tense your mouth, because you'll figure out that and are not the same. In the your lower lip is vibrating, your top lip is vibrating in the lip roll. But basically, you need to practice like almost switching. It feels like you're almost switching, but you can get to the point where you just can stay in the right position to go as much as you want. It just takes practice. That's the next step. And then there are other things like putting it in beats like. If you want me to make a video like that, just let me know. But that gets complicated. Anyway, so I guess for now that's my tutorial for that lip roll. Let me know if you have any questions. I feel like I didn't do this that well, and I'm under pressure. But on to the next one, which will probably have to be in a different video.